This is an Android app written in Kotlin, named Lucky Number. The target audiences of this app are people who have difficulty choosing. It will pick a lucky direction and calculate a lucky number according to the sensor value for them to apply to their choices. This app adopted 4 sensors and a third-party API. SQLite database is adopted to achieve data persistence. In Chinese feng shui, there is one thing called sha feng. It refers to the bad direction of the day. This main activity will list the history records if any, and get the sha feng through a third-party API using Volley. The next activity invokes the accelerometer. When users shake the device, a random direction will be picked by avoiding the sha feng to increase the lucky direction's reliability. The app restricts picking a random direction once, using a count flag to prevent people from retrying. The third activity invokes the accelerometer and magnetometer. Users are required to point their device toward the lucky direction and hold for 3 seconds. The angle will then be captured for the lucky number calculation. The countdown timer will be triggered once the current direction is the same as the lucky one. Else, the timer be cancelled. The fourth activity invokes the light sensor and the proximity sensor. The app will prompt the user when something covers the sensor according to the proximity value. When the proximity value is not equal to 0, and the light value is more than 10, the timer will be triggered. The light value will be captured after a 3-second countdown for the lucky number calculation. Else, the timer will be cancelled. The last activity calculates the lucky number using the previous activity's direction angle and light value. It is a simple formula but includes all the values from previous activities. The app will display the lucky number and the lucky direction. Users can save the record or go back to the main activity to view the history without saving the record. History records are stored in the SQLite database. The app will first delete the earliest record and then save the new record if there are more than 10 records. If users choose not to save the record, they can pick a new lucky direction and number again. If users save the record, they must wait the next day to pick the new lucky direction and number. Mobile layout and tablet layout have been created to support both mobiles and tablets. Mobile layouts have a relevant smaller font size, while tablet layouts have a relevant larger font size. The main activity also provides a landscape layout. Data persistence is handled by the database handler class. Besides the create, retrieve, and delete functions, there are 2 more checking functions. The isMaxLimit function is to check if the total record count is whether reach the maximum limitation. The todayRecord function is to check if any record with the date as same as today. The unit test covered over 10% of classes, over 10% of methods, and over 20% of lines. All unit tests are passed. Code coverage. The database handler tested with the instrumentation test. The main activity tested with the UI test. It tested that the Start button would be enabled when the SHA phone text is displayed.